Hello Goa.
Okay.
I am Florian Lobo of Goa Swaraj Party, and here is Father Antonio Rodriguez in his room at the Redemptorist home, which is a mission for the priests, and that is his own property here. Now, I have known Father Antonio Rodriguez for a long time, and we have been in touch with each other. He is now on bed. He is a very mobile person, and he takes Goa to his heart. Now, yesterday he sent me an email after a long time, and through that email, I can see that he is agitated about the resolution that has been passed in the Goa Legislative Assembly to make Marathi the official language of Goa after all these 29 years. And he hinted to me that he wants to talk before he closes his eyes, because he is 94 years and 10 months today, and he is not feeling very comfortable and feeble. So I decided to come and interview him, to put him on record what he has to say about his life, his Goa, and what he apprehends that Goa is going into. So, to start with, Father, thank you very much for seeing us, and thank you very much for talking to us. Now, you have been supporting Goa Swaraj Party, moral support, for a long time, and we appreciate that. And I'm sorry that I have not come here too often to inquire about your health, but you know I'm a busy man going here and there. Now, my question to you, relating to your email yesterday, what is agitating you with this vis-a-vis this resolution that Narendra Sawal has passed, members' bill, and the Assembly has passed this resolution to make Marathi the official language of Goa? It seems that it is not along with Konkani. They want Marathi as an individual official language for Goa. Your response, sir.
Sir, I am privileged to have this interview with you. At 94, my sciatica giving me trouble and keeping me to the bed. So I'm speaking from here. In Goa, in 30s and 40s, all the Hindu Brahmins of Goa spoke Konkani at home. I spent in their homes. I lived in their homes, even spending night in them, in Volvo. They all spoke Konkani at home. Then 70s, no, not 70s, in 50s, when I was posted to Chembur, Bombay, and I began wanting to build a school to the boys, first school there, OLPS in Chembur. I invited Sri S.K. Patil, big man at that time in Bombay, to lay the foundation stone. He came and spoke Konkani to me. So I asked him, how on earth do you speak Konkani? You are not from Goa. He said to me, I am from Ratnagiri. And from Ratnagiri down, whole Konkan speaks Konkani. Then, later, in 70s, not in 70s, in 50s, I was often asked to speak in Konkani, preach in Konkani, conduct sessions in Konkani, all over Bombay, from Kulaba to Borivali, everywhere. And there in Victoria Church, Mayhem, I met a scholar from St. Xavier's, tried to do a thesis, research, doctorate in origins of Marathi. He couldn't read the old Marathi manuscripts. So he brought an expert in Mayhem, living in Mayhem. And I met them. Expert was reading Konkani but couldn't understand the words. And this scholar who was from Goa originally, a Jesuit priest, found all those words were in Konkani. So he was following the words and the expert was reading the words. The experiences had. Then when I began, brought the S.K. Patil to do that, he told me all this speak Konkani. Later I began preaching in Kolhapur, Malwan, in Santvadi. Often used to go big missions in Konkani. Then I had to do the doctorate in or the Upanishads in Banaras University. I found many texts that Dr. Radhakrishnan in his book has translated favoring Advaita. They were not there, Advaita. So I have translated them afresh. And the Sanskrit department of Varanasi, Banaras University, tell me, get me approved by them to be used for the thesis, research. And they approved them. But I didn't know so much Sanskrit, but I knew Konkani. I found those words were in Konkani. I have some of them texts in my book, In Search of Meaning. Anyone can see and read those references of fresh translations. Then I was posted to be the dean, teacher of Indian philosophy at the Bangalore, 2 colleges in Bangalore. Besides teaching also in Hyderabad, St. John's and Barakpur, Morning Star College. But here in Bangalore, the Sarasvats Brahmins began asking me to come to their meetings in Karnataka. As I went, they were talking Konkani. And they wanted to know better Konkani. So I wrote a book and put third script in 3 scripts. The book that got a Puraskar by the Konkani Bhasha Mandal in Goa. I put a third script, Kannada, in the book because of this Sarasvats Brahmins in Bangalore. They used to take me to their homes, highly educated otherwise, and even doctors of medicine, children with doctorates, etc.
Father, thank you for giving us all the details about your involvement in Konkani and the people you have met. आता आमकां कितें जाय, हे पळय रेजोल्यूशन पास केला गोंया, मराठी जाय in lieu of Konkani. The resolution is very explicit. They have not said we want Marathi included along with Konkani. The resolution is explicitly for inclusion of Marathi in Goa as an official language. What do you have to say about it?
So I came for voting of the opinion poll in Goa. And after the voting, second day, I took the boat to go back to my work in Chembur, Bombay.
That Goa, Bombay ships which were running.
By the ships.
Konkan Seva, Konkan Shakti and all
Yeah.
that. All this.
By the ship. In the evening, I was on the deck with my transistor listening to the results of the voting announced from Panjim in the evening. Almost 2,000 men surrounded me, wanted to also listen to the results. So I did not ask them if they were Goans. I took them as Goans. But I asked them, from where are you? In what part of Goa? They said clearly, we are not from Goa. We were taken there to vote in the opinion poll. So the resolution today, I feel, is based on lies. On lies. And you can't do that. If you do that sort of thing in Goa, we'll have to go start the movement in Konkan, from Ratnagiri down, for making Konkani the official language of Maharashtra.
Thank you very much, Father. Thank you very much. We wanted to hear this and put it on record because if you have got a roadmap for Goa Swaraj Party's roadmap, and in that, this controversy about Marathi being the official language of Goa. In this context, what we have said that a one-liner is that the protagonists of Marathi in Goa, if they are interested in putting Marathi or giving Marathi the official status in Goa as an official language, then first they have to work with Maharashtra, convince Maharashtra that to include the whole Konkan coast, which is talking Konkani, to give Konkani the official language status in Maharashtra. So that statement, what you have said, corroborates that the whole coast of Maharashtra is Konkani speaking. Each and every household in Goa, as you said, speak Konkani. The children grow up speaking Konkani. Hindus, everyone, Hindus, Muslims, Christians, the children in Goa, mostly in the rural areas, 90% of the kids grow up speaking Konkani. They go to Marathi shalas to learn Marathi while they are speaking Konkani
For business.
for furthering the language. That is a learnt language, Marathi in Goa. It is just like English. We go to school to learn English or Hindi or whichever language. For business, for keeping your roots, whatever it is. Now because in Goa the Hindus use Marathi language as a religious language. Now Christians in Goa were using Latin as a religious language for all these years. And after the so-called liberation in 1961, the church in Goa has shifted from Latin to Konkani, in Romi Konkani. Now the Hindus in Goa has not done that. We are comfortable with that. You use your religious language, there's no problem. But Marathi in Goa is not a spoken language. Do you agree with me?
No. Yes.
Marathi is not a spoken language by Goan.
That's true.
That is true, correct. It is a learnt language.
Not language.
Okay. Now,
And spoken by the people coming for business.
Marathi
And
is only spoken in Goa by Maharashtrians who are naturalized in Goa. And to this effect, what I am going to tell you now is a fact which happened in Goa in a public meeting. When advocate is a noted High Court advocate in Goa, Advocate Amrut Kasar. Amrut Kasar was in a public meeting at TB Kunya Hall when the Kurchore and Savarde riots took place. After that meeting was called by Aurora Kuto from Aldana.
Alban Kuto's wife.
Yeah, Alban Kuto's wife, to find a solution to the victims of these riots in Goa. That was the first time riots took place in Goa. to help the victims who had suffered the losses of houses, the properties, and they were injured and whatever. And when Mr. Ulas Guyao was the first speaker who went on the stage to speak, he was stopped by Mrs. Aurora Kuto, saying that you cannot go in deep and digging into why the riots have taken place. This meeting is to help the victims of the riots. We will not allow you to speak about that. So he was flustered. So that is the time I stood up and countered Mrs. Aurora Kuto, saying that he will speak because you are trying to basically powder the pimple which has come on the hand or the face of Goa. Powdering the pimple will not help. Going down deep inside to see why it has come will help, so that we will not have more riots in Goa. So he will speak. So I made a few statements that these riots, I went to speak, and I made a statement saying that these riots, the origin of that is because of the MGP, Maharashtra Gomantak Party. MGP was communal, is communal, and will always remain communal. So I wanted, if there was any challenge from the audience, the house was packed with reporters and everybody. So there was no challenge. And I explained why I said is because I said the big brother RSS, BJP has come into Goa now, and it has managed to swallow the Maharashtra Gomantak Party.
Yeah.
Only the feet are dangling out, but they have already swollen the whole body. But I said the question I am asking is, if you are not communal, you can't be swallowed by the big brother. You will resist. You can't be swallowed. So I finished the talk and I went to sleep. Then the next speaker who came was Advocate Amrut Kasar. He says, I didn't come here to talk, but Mr. Florian Lobo has induced me to talk, what he has said. So I was ready for him that he is giving me a challenge. But what he spoke totally surprised me and the whole audience. He says he is right. What Florian Lobo has said is right. Bhandarkar, Bahu Sahib Bhandarkar, he said, I am a MG originally. I joined the Congress and I was an MP also of the Congress. But I was with Dayanand Bhandarkar, he says, in the MGP. He said, Dayanand Bhandarkar imported from Maharashtra Hindu butts to poison the minds of Goan Hindus. This is a statement which never saw the daylight in the press or in any comment. It was totally suppressed. I think I am the only person who is speaking about this. Now, coming to this, Father, thank you very much for putting your comments. You are going to go on record, and that is very vital for Goans to understand what you have said. Thank you very much. And maybe your health will improve and we will see you up and about.
Thank you very much. God bless you. God bless you.